this is our course on Facebook marketing. Influencer page outreach. Influencer page outreach really boils down to creating allies. In your niche, you're sure to have competitors. However, some of these competitors are open to cooperating with you. Many may not even give you the time of day and answer you, but there are a few who would see the strategic advantage of teaming up instead of competing against each other. There are also other people on Facebook who have pages and they're not competitors with you at all. They may even have a lot of fans. So here's the best way to build alliances with influencers on Facebook. Step 1. Find your competitors. Now the first thing you need to do is to look at your notes when you reverse engineered your competitors earlier on. Now these people are in the same niche as you. After all, you studied them to get the industry standard content strategy, as well as their page layout and design for your own Facebook pages. Next, you should look for non-competitors who specialise in your niche. There should be quite a few of these around. Now these are not people that are selling things or providing services. They're not competing for the same followers as you, but they do cater to the same audience as you do. Try to find as many of these as possible. Step number 2. Make sure you're engaging. Now I know at this point it's very tempting to just go to a competitor's page, post a comment on one of their posts and drop a link in there. Get them to your page or your website. Sounds easy, right? And repeat this over and over. Well, let me tell you, if you do this, you're going to get banned ultimately, and whatever links you put up, they're going to get deleted. So it's a complete waste of time, so you shouldn't even think about it. You should never spam. You should always try and be engaging. To do this, first you need to share high quality content. It doesn't matter who wrote this, it doesn't have to be you. It doesn't matter where the content goes to or links to. But it is important that it provides maximum value to anybody that takes the time to read it. It has to be on point and make sense. It has to deal with a specific theme or topic that you know that this target audience member will be interested in. The next thing you need to do is engage with people in terms of answering their questions. Try to be a facilitator. Maybe try to mediate between people. Ultimately, you want to try and be the go-to source of information for the niche that you're in. For example, if people are talking about statistics, why not go to Google, find the statistics they're looking for and share them? Maybe they're looking for a video, some way to do something. Go to YouTube, search for the content, and then post it for them. The more you do this, the more people will pay attention to what you do. Because let's face it, in any kind of online group platform, there's only a very few people that actually produce any content at all, let alone high quality content. You could literally count them on the fingers of one hand, and everybody else is basically leeching and just using the content that these few people are sharing. They take information and only give from time to time, if at all. So be that expert, be that go-to resource. Now another way you can engage is by asking the questions. Now the questions shouldn't be really basic ones or dumb questions just for the sake of it. Instead they should be deep, insightful questions, or at the very least interesting. You can also ask questions that try to tie many issues together. Many people are concerned about many different issues, so by doing this you cover a lot of bases at once. You should also try and give feedback to people's responses, but do this respectfully. You don't have to come off as a hater or somebody who's just plain negative all the time. Use constructive feedback. Remember, the name of the game here is to add value to the places that you're hanging out in. This means sharing information and enhancing information through proper questions and feedback. Step number 3. Become credible, then reach out. Now, if you do this right, at a certain point, people will start asking for you by name. They'll start trying to reach out to you via Messenger. That's when you know that you've become an asset to these groups. That's when you know that you're on people's radars and a go-to person. You're not just this person showing up every once in a while, dropping a link and disappearing. Instead, you're the person that keeps these groups together. This is when you reach out and try to engage with the group admin. Usually the best way to do this is when they engage with you first. Maybe they mention your name or write you a message on Messenger. Whatever the case may be, try to wait for them to reach out to you first, or wait until lots of other community members are reaching out to you before you reach out to them. But what are you going to reach out to them for? Well, there are many different opportunities. You could swap content with your page. Most page admins don't have a problem with this. You could also ask for a shout out. What a shout out is where basically the admin of the page that you're on will tell page fans to check out your page because your page is a friend of the page they run. You can go through some ideas regarding joint events. Now obviously we mean online events, not real life events. This can be things like a seminar, a live Facebook session conducted from 2 locations. It could be an interview. Another opportunity you could use is guest blogging. You probably don't need me to remind you of how value-packed this can be, as not only do you get people to look at your link, which can produce direct traffic, but you also get a tremendous search engine optimization benefit if your partner has a high-value blog. You could also reach out for infographics. This means you create an infographic and you give it to the admin to post. They post it with a link back to you. Finally, you can collaborate and create custom content intended for both your audiences. Whatever way you look at it, influencer page outreach is a very powerful way of using Facebook and it's absolutely free. No, seriously, your only investment is your time. And what makes it so awesome is the fact that you are leveraging the hard-won credibility and authority of your partner. They've put in the work, they've put in the effort, they've developed a rapport and a solid brand with the people that follow them. So when they give you a shout out or you co-host an event with them, then they lend you some of their fame, which makes you credible. You're no longer some random stranger who came out of nowhere. Instead, people get the idea in their minds that when somebody they respect and admire recommends a new person, then they will give them a chance. Maybe this new person is also worthy of their admiration and respect. Building alliances with influential niche players is definitely worth doing, but do keep in mind that it does take some time to do properly. However, if you're really into your niche and you view your Facebook marketing business as a real business, then this shouldn't be a problem for you.